Not all of you will believe. Those are the words that I heard this morning on my walk, and I'm going to explain why they came to me, because I'm the person who didn't believe, and it's why I do the work that I do as well. But I want to explain this to you because of where our world is right now, and so I'm sending this to my entire list, my mailing list, but it'll be published everywhere because I would really like more and more people to hear this video and understand what's going on in our world, because I've received this information I didn't believe. And I'm talking about that because I know that all of us, each person, we come into the world to offer something that could be really helpful to the world. It could be helpful to us. That's why we're born. But we don't believe all the time. Why? That's why we go to church, right? We go to church to hear things, to say we all have these great abilities and skills and all of that, and they were granted to us from God or whoever we believe in. But then we say, no, it couldn't be us. No, it couldn't be us. Well, see, that's what I did, which is also why I do the work that I do. I know for sure that every single person born, every single person walking on the earth has purpose and value, and something that if they were to accept it would cause them to be really happy and successful and at peace, because that's why we're here. But sometimes we take different paths. I did that. But I also know that the path that we take, whatever goes on in our lives, it's perfect. It is what we were meant to do if we accept it and then actualize that. And that's what I'm talking about for me. When the pandemic began, let's go back there, I started talking about things like restructuring. I started receiving this through my Wilhelm, my channeling, and even when I did my live sessions, things would come through that I didn't quite understand. I didn't know why they were coming out of my mouth. I didn't know why 2 years ago I'm writing about restructuring and talking about the United States would lead the way, and I'm feeling like, okay, everyone's going to think I'm totally out of my mind, except now we can see that that's exactly what's happening. And I say, why didn't I talk about it more? Why didn't I own that? It's the same reason my clients do that. Same reason. I'm going to give you what happened today. Was when I went for this walk, I had on my, I was listening to music, to videos, and this lady that I discovered the other day, Alina, came on, and I thought, oh, she's just here to offer me confirmation. Because that's what happens a lot of times when you guys listen to me, because you know things within you, and you just need to hear it from someone else to find that confirmation, which is exactly why we go to any teacher, lecturer, coach, mentor, whatever it is. That's what we're doing. We're hearing things that we have this memory of, because we all come into the world with something. We're not born just, with nothing attached to us. We know that. We can only see it maybe from our relatives, our parents, or whatever, but we're connected to everyone who has come before. So we're connected to the societies that have been before. And so we're here now because we're changing society. That's exactly what's going on. When I couldn't figure out why I was given a program in 2012, the other day they said, please go back and look and see all the events that happened in your world in 2012. And then I looked and these are things that we're still working on now, that we're still moving through, and each of us are doing that. But the only way that we make things better is when we decide to believe ourselves. That's it. Everyone here now is at a place where they have to decide that they're going to own whatever it is that they were given, and to know that it was valuable and meant to be in the world now, because that is absolutely true. I know that for every single person. That's why I created my program. But what I didn't understand is my own lack of belief in what it was. That's all. Because I see it in all my clients. I can see everything in you. Can't see it in me right away, but now I do. And after listening to that video, I'll go, everything that I had been saying, no, it's not so crazy. There's science behind it. There's astrology. There's all sorts of things that are explaining why our world is moving through these different challenges. The problem for me was I didn't study any of it. I didn't read books to get there. You might have known, I talked about my ADHD. I didn't do any of that. How could I have had this information? How could I have created something that was giving people the ability to transform their lives? Everyone comes with something and you don't know that you have it. That's the purpose of life. You uncover it and then you have to be willing to accept it. The difficulty we have is accepting that. This came up because I said something. I was questioning why more people hadn't registered for the talk I'm doing on Monday about how, about the new world. That sounds crazy, because I figure people went and read the description and they said, that sounds crazy. It's not. We're in a different place, and you're seeing that. And in the next several weeks, you're going to see so much more of it, because we're revealing things that have been hidden. We can't heal anything in ourselves or in the world if we're not willing to look at it. So a lot of things are going to come up all over the world. And it's not just in the United States, but as you will see, I'll believe one of the messages that I just went back, they told me to go back and find, that made no sense to me when it first came out a couple of years ago. Now it does. And if you're wondering what's happening with all the different world conflicts and Russia right now and all of that, it's the same thing. It's this power struggle that we're all moving through, and it's going to shift the balance of our world. But that only happens when each of us decide to own who we are. That will make sense to you. And so I'm deciding now that I have this value, because I have so many people yelling at me about my program, saying, why aren't you charging more money? Well, I will be. I'll leave it the way it is right now for the weekend. But I have other people who want to work with this because they've seen the value that I couldn't see. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I want to work with people who truly want to expand, evolve, and live their best lives. That's the thing that gives me the most pleasure. And I'm at the place in my life now, because I'm way older, at this point, but I want to have it. I want to have the life that I want, which means I want to work a little bit and make a lot more money. And that's what I'm going to do. And there are plenty of people, big people, who will pay money to go through a program where you could come out guaranteed to feel more courageous, more confident, and know your purpose. Yeah, a lot of people would pay for that. And I had to come to accepting that, because I didn't believe, but now I do, because I've seen all of this and I've seen the results. And you have that too. That's what I'm saying. My only goal ever is to get people to understand the gifts that you were born with. And we judge them because we think, oh, it's not like someone else's. Every single person has that, and it's going to be different. It's going to look different. And that difference is probably the thing that's caused you to doubt it. That's what I did. I said, how could I have been receiving this? Every single person has it. I know you'll get a lot out of this. I'm doing a channeling on Monday. I hope you come. That's the one that we're going to talk about, this new world and these changes that have happened. And they're happening within you. And it's just waiting for you to own who you are, because that's why you're here.